All right, it's the end of another year, so let's recap 2022. I'm gonna talk about my gross income. It's been an insane year, by far the most insane year of my business. And I'm just gonna break it down with you guys because I've always been transparent. I don't do it to flex. I just wanna share that if I can do it as someone who's gonna be 40 in just over a year, and has 3 kids and whose life is kind of crazy, if I can do it, you can absolutely do it way better than me.
Oh yes, we can!
Other videos like this have totally inspired me in my journey and continue to inspire me as I have even loftier goals. I have an insane goal to hit 1 million subscribers one day, and I don't know if I'll ever get there, but I put a sticker on my computer that says it. I look at it every day, and I do kind of dream that one day it'll happen. This is just a part of my YouTube journey that I like sharing with you guys. Just to preface, I did grow up extremely broke. We never had money. We moved all over the country. My dad was always out of a job. It was really scary. I had a bunch of siblings, and I do go into more detail in a video that I created a long time ago, about a year ago, all about my money story, so you guys can click on that here. I remember that I wanted to go to a school dance when I was in junior high, but I was told no because we couldn't afford the $5 entry fee to the dance. That's one of the reasons I've always wanted to grow and expand in my business, and one of the things that's driven me is that I have had that experience of being scared of checking my bank account and knowing that there's no money in there, of having debt collectors call my family growing up and being really scared, and I never ever want that to happen again. So that absolutely motivates me to work as hard as I can on my business and to grow it as much as possible. And this year might be the last year. I might have peaked, you know, and then it might all be downhill from here. I don't know. So I'm just gonna share the good, the bad, and the ugly with you guys. So sit back and relax because we're just gonna get into the details in this video. I have 8 income streams that have made me money in the last year, and we're gonna talk about each of those. The first one let's talk about is eBay. I sold $89,489.72 in 2022 on eBay alone, and that was predominantly clothing, shoes, and accessories. Mostly things I got, you guys saw, at liquidation, auction, mostly things at the thrift store, the bins, Tommy. I met a lot of people that helped me get new inventory this last year, and it's been incredible. Of course, gross sales are not profit, so generally speaking, I do cut that number in half to get my take-home income from eBay. But again, today I'm going to be going over gross revenue numbers mostly. That was just shy of my $100,000 goal, and the way I do this is with, you know, I had about 1,000 listings on average this past year. It just all happens as you consistently list and as you consistently sell, and if you bought from me, I just appreciate you so much. I hope you're happy with your item. It just means the world to me. I do understand that I am in a privileged position to have a YouTube channel where I do get some sales on eBay from that. I would say at least 25% of my sales come from you guys who watch my channel, so thank you. But I do think this is possible without a YouTube channel. In a way, YouTube can be harmful to your eBay store. There's people who buy from you just to leave negative feedback, or who go to your store and look through all your listings but then don't buy. So my actual click-through rate for my sales is pretty low because I think a lot of people go look at my eBay store, which is totally fine. They look, they browse, they see how I list things, and then they click away without buying anything. So it definitely goes both ways. I think anyone can have a successful eBay store though, if they're consistent with it. 5 to 10 listings a day. On eBay, I put in about 10 to 12 hours a week between finding inventory and listing it. I did get a virtual assistant who lists for me now. So having her has absolutely cut my time down because now I just photograph in big batches. I add all the photos to Google Drive, and then she takes care of it from there. I sold about 2,057 items, and my average sales price per item was $43.50, which is great. I'm super happy with that. My cost of goods were very low, so again, I'm extremely happy with this number. But I did have a goal to do $100,000, and I actually did if you include Whatnot. So we can talk about income source number 2 right now, Whatnot. I held how many, 15, 16 auctions I think last year. Live selling is amazing, and I do think it'll be a huge part of my income stream this year. It's a way to interact with you guys and engage with you and share some of the things that I find and offer them up for, you know, more on me to find a good time window and time frame. That is a challenge I'm giving myself this year.
What the heck, Editor Riff here, just jumping in to say there's a little like audio overlay that keeps happening once in a while in the video. It's nothing that Ashley did, it's just within the internals. Something with good old technology, just making a little misfire. Sorry.
But on Whatnot, I sold $16,621 worth of items. Now let's jump into YouTube. So last year, this is a big decision that I made. I had to sit down and really think, what do I want to focus on for the coming year? I want to keep doing YouTube, or do I want to focus all my effort on Amazon and really grow my Amazon store? I kind of decided those were the two I needed to pick from because I really liked eBay and I didn't want to let that go. Because selling on eBay is so conducive to sharing on YouTube, it just felt like such a natural fit to kind of bail on Amazon a little bit.
Get that cone out of my face!
And focus on YouTube. Amazon has the potential to make a ton of money, of course. I've loved Amazon for many years. I've sold hundreds of thousands of dollars on Amazon, but it's a lot of work. The margins are a lot slimmer and you're constantly buying inventory and constantly sending it in, and you cannot share it at all. I just decided, you know what? I'm not gonna focus on that. I'm gonna focus on eBay and YouTube. So I began trying to have a more consistent upload schedule. I studied how to edit better. I took editing classes. I watched other YouTubers and saw how they edited things and how they pieced together their stories, and I've really tried to work on that throughout the year. I even signed up for a YouTube course that was very expensive that I'm actually still taking, and that has helped a ton, but I just decided I'm going to do everything I can to make my YouTube channel as good as it can be. And it could have gone either way. It could have just been a huge flop and it didn't work, or it could have worked pretty well. And I would say this last year, it worked pretty well because my YouTube AdSense revenue, so that's the money that YouTube pays me or Google pays me for the ads that bid for spots on my channel. That means like the ads that you watch right before a video that you skip through or whatever, I get paid a portion of that in YouTube AdSense. So my total YouTube AdSense for 2022 was $77,866.97, which is more than double of what it was in the previous year. So I started my YouTube channel in 2017. It made just over $100 that year. I barely posted videos. The next year I barely posted. I think I made $400. And then the next year I decided to really try, and it jumped to $27,000, I think. And it kind of stayed there between 27 and 29,000 for 3 years. That's why in 2022 I was like, let's really try. Is this the best I can do? I also saw my channel kind of flatlining, not getting as much interest, not getting as many clicks. And I was like, come on, Ash, like you can do better than this. So I really tried. And that's why I think 2022 was a much bigger year. And also because of that growth, I took on a company that finds sponsorships for me. So they do the work of negotiating, which I'm a terrible negotiator.
We are prepared to make you a very generous offer.
And we are prepared to reject that offer.
And that has helped me a ton because they help find the sponsorships. I know when to put them in the videos, and they're only the sponsors that I like, that I use, I have found value in. So that's been a really cool thing to add to my channel this year. And thank you so much for supporting me through these sponsorships and everything that I've been doing on my channel this year. It just, none of this would have been possible without you guys clicking and watching and showing love and kindness. So it is all because of you that any of this has been possible. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. If this video just ends up being a thank you, a love letter to all of you, that's what it was meant to be, because it really, none of this would be possible without all of you. So with YouTube being the 5th income stream, sponsorships will be the 6th income stream, and I made $55,800 from my sponsorships this last year, which blows my mind because the year before that it was something around 3,000 maybe. So I had no idea that a channel that hadn't even reached 100,000 subscribers, which at the time I hadn't, could hit these kinds of numbers with sponsorships. So I'm incredibly grateful. I cannot believe that those opportunities came to me to partner with really cool brands and make an additional income that almost matched my YouTube AdSense. And then the last income stream is affiliates. Affiliates are just basically kickbacks from links that I put in my bio or my description that if you guys trust me enough to purchase something that I talk about, I sometimes get a small kickback from that. And it does add up if I talk about things I believe in, which I really try to, and from my eBay store link and anything else that I recommend, that totals over $15,000 in affiliate deals from this last year, which again blows my mind. I'm so grateful. That is more than it's been in any other year. But that's just one of those opportunities with social media, is if you really believe in products and you enjoy them and you share them with people and they click and they buy and they also enjoy, you get a small kickback of that. And it's, again, extremely passive income. So my total gross revenue for 2022 ended up being $256,177.69.
You did it! Congratulations!
Now, of course, That is not my take-home pay. That is my gross revenue. So there's a lot of fees in that. There's taxes I pay. There's business expenses like on Shopify or eBay, Amazon, whatnot. They all have fees, right? Business expenses like my camera. I upgraded my GoPro. I got a lot more equipment for YouTube. So that was of course expensive. The YouTube course that I took was expensive. And so there is still a lot of money that I am pouring into my business to try to be better and to get it to grow. I hired an editor. As you guys all know, Riff is the absolute best. So I'm just beyond grateful that he has chosen to work with my channel.
Hello.
So that's an expense, of course. You know, a VA is an expense. I mean, all of it just more than worth it, of course. But I have spent some of my income on buying some sanity back because, like, we could talk about it this year, you guys. I truly almost lost my mind many times. It was hard behind the scenes, especially as you bring on sponsorships. You do have additional pressure to get videos out, make sure the videos are good, make sure they perform well. And if they don't, it feel bad. You hear about it. A lot of times sponsorships have a view threshold that they want you to hit, and that just adds a lot of pressure. In addition to that, I just, you know, Crew, this was his first year of life, just about. He was born in September, so he's now about 15 months old, and it was a lot. Back when he turned 1, we had somebody help with him in the mornings, but before that it was, you know, all on me, and it was a lot. It was very hard. A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of late nights. So hobbies, movies I wanted to watch, games I wanted to play, a lot of that stuff had to go to the back burner, and I did a ton of work, and I had many mental breakdowns. Like, I just will be fully honest. It's really hard. It's hard when you're trying to juggle a household and whatever this is, this business. And so I'd say a lot more time this year went into YouTube than into eBay. I know that many people would absolutely die for the opportunities that I have, and I'm always grateful, but it doesn't mean it's easy or for free, or it doesn't come with costs, because it certainly does. My kids have been incredibly patient with me as I've tried to grow this year and have not balanced my time perfectly. There were a lot of times this year I questioned, like, what am I doing? You know, it's really hard, and I'm like, I know I'm not being the best mom to my kids that I could be because I'm tired, or because a comment made me sad, or because, you know, eBay sales are stressful, or something's due and I need to get it done. And, you know, I never tried consciously to cut into time with my children, but of course occasionally it happens when you have a deadline or you have to get something out. It's really hard. So my kids have been incredibly patient with me, and that is a huge goal for 2023, to be better about managing my time. And again, that's where hiring people has come in and has helped me tremendously, and figuring out ways to optimize my time better and to juggle things better. But at the same time, I am just so grateful and thankful that I have these problems and these things to juggle and this opportunity in front of me in the first place. You know, I would not give this up for anything. It has given me such a sense of joy and pride and success and stability. TJ is the most stable human being in the world, so he has provided that for us. In the end though, I'm just so grateful that TJ and I as a team are able to provide a future for our children that, you know, I certainly didn't have. And TJ had stability, but he certainly was not rich and wealthy growing up at all. They scrimped and saved for everything that they got. So to be able to have these opportunities is just such a huge blessing, and I never want to take that for granted. And again, like I said in the beginning of the video, my goal is for anyone out there, all of you out there, to do this and do it better than I have done it. I don't know what I'm doing, and I still don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know how I got here. I'm so grateful. So if you have even a little bit of strategy and you have a little bit of planning, you'll be light years ahead of me. Yeah, that is my year. A $250,000 in gross revenue this year blows my mind. I'm so grateful, and who knows, I might have peaked, but this year might be even bigger.
No, it's gonna be bigger. It's gonna be bigger. We're gonna do this. You're gonna do this, team.
Maybe one day I really will hit 1 million subscribers, and I cannot, like, that dream will come true. Maybe not, but either way, I'm so grateful for how far I've come. And even if nothing changes, even if it goes downhill a little bit, I'm just so grateful that I even got to go on this ride. So thank you for joining me. I hope you liked this video, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and help me get to that 1 million subscriber goal. And if you enjoy my content and you want to learn how to sell things online, how to grow anything that you're trying to do from home, this is the channel for you. Thanks again, you guys. Take care, and I'll catch you next time.